Okay, we got to pull it together. You know how when a guy takes down his pants, and you see
and you
how
said, time to rally.
Joe, hello everybody.
Hello, this is our bonus episode.
This is a bonus
also
episode.
called our tea refill. This is the refill.
Refill. Well, that didn't sound white at all.
That's
Am I recording?
Really
okay, yeah,
terrible
I am.
beatbox.
You know what? I always wanted to beatbox, but I never really.
No,
It sounded like a
doing
farting
it.
horse.
I'm ashamed for you.
We have no Riverdale this week.
We have no Riverdale this week,
No
but we're
Riverdale.
still here.
I'm still
here. We're still queer.
Wow.
So we thought we would.
I'm Mattie. This is Jake, by the way.
Hi.
In case you're new to this show.
This is a bad week to be new. We're doing this just because we don't want you to forget us.
It's true.
And I'm still told that this is still free. So
This podcast
why
is free.
the fuck not?
TV Tea Time Podcast is free on iTunes, Stitcher, and
Does
YouTube.
anyone else pay?
No
Or does
one
everyone
pays for podcast. Well, some people, yes, do pay for podcast. So
Why? Is it just because their stuff is so good?
no, yeah, I was going to say because we're not really good. We're just,
How do you get where
We're
people
just
pay
gay.
for it?
this is a conversation for later.
This is for my career coach.
Yeah, this is for your career coach. We're not going to be reading. We're not going to be doing our segment Tea for Two, Tea for You this week.
Because we didn't have any comments, because we can do some comments next time for when
We're
do our
saving them
next
up.
refill.
We'll save that for the recap.
We also have to apologize. We were reading things on our phone that were comments, and people were leaving more comments.
Apparently,
that we
our
could
phone,
not
our
see.
cookies needed to
So
refresh.
we're idiots. So we apologize. If
You know what?
If you've been leaving a comment, we will do our best
We will
to
get
look
to
at your
it.
comment.
You know what? We're going to give that to our line producer, Clint.
So can you help us,
just
please?
to let us know. Just email us.
So anyway, to
Email
get
us.
to our, here's what we're going to talk about in our bonus episode. We told you we were going to have something special
Yes,
for you,
and-
and we do.
We do.
This is a segment we're calling "Writers, You're Welcome."
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. We're giving you 6 tea bags this week.
More suggestions than anything else.
Well, I like to say,
Great ideas.
I like to call them hopes. Jake likes to call them,
Notes.
you better fucking do this note
Notes.
if you want to
These are
succeed.
notes. These
I'm
are
glad.
notes that are helpful and can only make the show better.
Yeah, because, you know more than Greg Berlanti.
It's a fresh pair of eyes. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Fresh pair of eyes.
Fresh pair of eyes, indeed. All right. Well, I'm glad you just spilled your vodka all over the goddamn microphone.
Pardon me.
We can't have good equipment.
Okay. I want to go first.
Fine. Okay, what's your first tea? What's your
My-
tea bag refill? Your
This-
re-dip.
they're so-
Your re-dip. What's it
Re-dip?
called when you reuse a tea bag? Just called reusing
This
a
is
tea bag.
terrible.
Sorry.
I don't know. Whatever you're trying to do,
It's
I
a
hate.
re-tip where you're putting it back in.
Stop it.
What are we talking about
Dip.
now?
You dip.
I'm thinking
I
about
don't know
penis.
if you.
Yeah.
Let's.
Sorry.
You just
Okay.
took my brain. My brain.
My
my brain just went blank.
All right.
Okay, I want to talk about. Here's a suggestion. Suggestion number 1.
Tea bag suggestion 1.
Don't stop doing that. It's not really a tea bag.
It's okay. Fine.
Because that is things that are our favorites. This is more of a note. This
Okay.
is my note 1.
Okay. This is a spoonful of sugar.
Now that's a good idea.
That's what we should have called this show.
It's time to take your medicine.
Time to
and have
take
a
your
spoonful
medicine.
of sugar.
It's a spoonful of sugar. It's a medicine to go
Shh.
down.
I just instead of saying stop, I go shh.
Do you remember from
Tell
karaoke
kids.
when we wanted to sing a spoonful of semen?
Yes, I remember that because when I was horrified and I ran off the throat, I ran off the stage and left you there.
You did.
Anyway, so I want to talk about your and my favorite character on Riverdale, who is Cheryl Blossom.
Cheryl Blossom.
Cheryl.
Yes, queen.
Don't ever do that again in my presence. Where's a beer bottle to bash in your head where when it's necessary?
Slay.
Oh, stop! Anyway, we have enough. We have straight people doing that now.
I know we
So
do.
We
It's
don't
weird.
need gay people.
And we
doing
stole
that.
it from black people. So,
It's true. Let's appropriate it again.
You know what?
So I would love a whole Cheryl. We've had some Cheryl material. We've had some kind of like intimate moments and some vulnerable moments from Cheryl, but we've had great little like cutting lines and great like quotes. I really want to see her. I want to see how Cheryl became that. I know her parents are awful people, but how did she get to have that kind of sense of humor? I want to know backstory. I think that's what I really want. I want more backstory to see how these people got that way.
Because also too, she's terrified of her parents.
Yeah,
and I don't feel like we have seen yet what her parents could have done to terrify her. Inkling.
And I kind of I want to get inside that character. We've seen we're obviously supposed to identify or to feel something for her, and I don't think we've had that enough. But I love the character. Love the character.
I love her makeup.
Greg Berlanti, take notes.
Love her makeup.
That is my first spoonful of sugar. You're just gonna sing through yours.
I am. Okay, my first medicine, spoonful of sugar. I like that. We need to make that a segment on the show. Just so we can
there's
sing
not
Mary
enough
Poppins.
time as it is.
How do you feel about the new Mary Poppins movie? You know what? I'm
of mixed minds. I'm excited
I love Emily
about
Blunt.
It. Don't fuck with perfection.
Just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Okay.
However, the new Star Wars Rogue One was fantastic. However, that wasn't part of
it. It was a separate story.
Yeah. So as long as this is a separate story, I'm fine.
Like if they made a movie about Ed Wynn's character and how he
loved to laugh
and how he began to love to laugh.
Now
that's a movie I would see. What would they call it? Ed Wynn. They'd call it Laughing in London.
Laughing and queering up the town.
All
right.
That was a terrible Ed Wynn.
It was.
Okay, my first.
This was supposed to be 5 minutes.
It was supposed to be 5 minutes. My spoonful of sugar.
We've sang for at least a minute of that.
It's true. My spoonful of sugar would be. I want to talk about Kevin.
Okay.
And Moose.
That's fair.
Okay, because I feel like they were really important in the first part of the show because
please don't talk about sex stuff.
No. I said they were really important in the first of the show because they discovered Jason's body because they were going to.
I agree, and we kind of thought something might happen.
Yes, I feel like they don't make a big deal of like the gay thing because we like Kevin's hot sheriff dad. We saw him and he wasn't a big deal and all that.
Right.
Kind of, but for Kevin and Moose, I just feel like
he'll turn out something spiritual.
Well,
maybe.
I feel like Moose. You know, he's supposed to be kind of this like. He's one of the bad guys in the comics and kind of
True.
And so a villain. And so they kind of started putting this way, but Kevin's like one of the good guys, but he's also kind of bitchy. And I just feel that they could explore it much more. Like if there was a scene like where, Moose had just had like soccer practice.
Yeah.
And Kevin, went into the showers when it was steaming and Moose was showering just to talk to him. And then, suddenly he's soaping his back just to get to know him, to like have a conversation with him.
This is slash fiction.
And maybe like the soap sud's getting Moose's crack, so he decides to give him a rim job.
This is never going to happen.
I'm just saying, Greg Berlanti, take a note.
CW.
I just want to deepen their relationship.
I'm actually trying to give notes that are possible to do.
What?
That work, not slash fiction that happen in your like jerk off dreams.
I'm just thinking about queer youth out there who need role models.
Yeah, but it does not involve scooping the soap out of people's cracks. Gay youth, you can have better dreams. All right,
fine.
My next helpful spoonful of sugar.
Oh, that was shut down.
Is I want to talk about Hermione and Veronica. The mother-daughter relationship, which you pointed out was much more like sisters. And
sisters.
I have to join.
There was never just devoted sisters. Put it in the right key.
Man, thank you. Sisters. There were never such devoted sisters. Many men that have tried to slip, but no one can. Anyway, we're done. God, you really don't know the words to anything.
Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister. And Lord help the sister
who comes between me and my...
Comes between me and my man.
Bitch. That's straight out of our cabaret act, by the way.
Our cabaret act that we do in Palm Springs. Palm Springs on Sunday at 10 a.m.
Exactly.
At the senior citizens home.
And everyone is over 75.
Called the Hills of Sunset Valley.
Anyway,
okay.
I'm going to go back.
I'm glad this show's now 10 goddamn minutes.
Does anyone remember where we were?
Spoonful of Sugar 2.
I want to talk about how the Hermione Veronica relationship, they're like sisters, not a word. However, how did Veronica get so strong and independent if Hermione seems to always depend on the money from her husband, and she's also depends on her looks?
You know what?
And
yes.
And it feels like that's a character who is kind of a parentage. She's a parented parent, like the child is parenting a little bit. And I think it maybe have come from that independent spirit came from her father, who is absent, but I'm really upset that we haven't been able to see him yet.
Because you know what? You're making me think with this comment. Good for you.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Because her mother's kind of a wet blanket. I don't mean the character.
I agree,
but she's a dish rag, and that she's being pushed around by everybody.
I don't love the character.
She's being pushed around by her ex-husband, pushed around by the Skeet Ulrich and the snakes,
and it's a little bit like she's using her looks to get what she needs. But it seems like she's a smarter person than that, and then she kind of fucks over her daughter for a guy.
Yeah,
and it's she's not. She's my least favorite character besides Josie, who we all know how I feel about Josie.
Yeah, it's like I want to see. I do. I know we've compared her before, but I want to see more Eva Longoria's season 5 of Desperate Housewives, not season 1.
Not season 1.
Not season 1.
No, I agree. More Eva Longoria season 5. That's my note.
Okay. Well, you know,
this is not going to be some story.
No.
This is.
I actually just changed my note.
With two guys fucking.
No, I changed my note because you just brought up Hermione, and it made me think of Skeet Ulrich, Jughead's dad.
Who's a very interesting character.
KB,
BD,
RB,
FD,
BJ. Anyway,
FB, fuck buddy.
I'm going to call him Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet Ulrich.
Okay.
RM.
Skeet Ulrich. So, okay, obviously.
BD.
We're kind of like he has gotten drunk again. That's how it left.
Yeah, he's got a problem.
So I think it would be interesting, since we've seen the interplay of like Skeet Ulrich and Archie's dad and kind of their relationship. What if, work with me here, I would like to see like if he's trying to do better for Jughead, because that was a really touching Jughead scene where he like is not, and so Jughead's staying with the Archie and everything. What if Skeet Ulrich is like trying to get back on his feet again?
Yeah,
he's trying to do better. So he like checks himself if he went to like rehab or something, or like went to the sheriff's office. Kevin's dad, what's his name? I don't remember. The hot sheriff.
Sheriff Keller.
Sheriff Keller. So what if like he goes to the sheriff's office, and like the sheriff, you know, he's trying to help him, and he's talking about rehab, and maybe then like he finds out that he has a warrant out for his arrest or something. So then he has to handcuff him. But to handcuff him, he has to take off his shirt. So what if Skeet Ulrich is naked in the sheriff's office, and then he's, you know that little police stick they have where they just spank them?
Here we go.
And discipline them? Because Skeet Ulrich
Why
is
do
still
I even
hot.
try?
No. Skeet Ulrich is still hot.
This is never going to happen.
And that sheriff is hot.
This is a plot. This is a plot
Arrest
point.
me, sheriff.
This is a plot point that has nothing to do with what we've been talking about.
I'd like to see his police cam on my penis.
We're trying to be reasonable, smart people. That you're making it about dirty porn.
No. Okay, wait.
You're being a gay cliche. I don't want this.
Okay, no. What if instead of Skeet Ulrich and the sheriff, okay, what if they're having actual scene, and then his son comes in and says, "Daddy, I've been bad too."
No, like, I'm stopping this right now.
What? He's over 18 in real life.
The line at incest porn.
It's not incest. Not that. He's over 18.
Okay,
everyone's
I'm going to go on.
Everyone's adult.
I'm going to go on.
No,
Wait,
no.
Okay, here, do a real one. Do a real one. Do a real one.
Fine. Okay, I'll go next.
Do a real one.
Okay, I'll do my.
This better not be about something where someone just accidentally gets butt fucked. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. What's the name of the Boy Scout?
Ooh.
Okay, no.
That made me miss junior high. Okay, we're back. Okay, my third spoonful of sugar is actually about Betty and
This better be real.
It's about Betty and Jughead.
Okay,
so
less
it can't
chance
be
of being less
gay
chance of being gay slash fiction.
So my thing is with
this
Betty
better
and Jughead,
work. I'm cutting it off.
This is about Betty and Jughead's relationship.
Okay.
I feel like the next episode or maybe 2 more, but we got to nip this in the bud because I feel like
I agree. I'm a little hot and cold on it.
It's
myself.
almost like this whole Betty. I really feel like that Betty just needs to I don't think Betty's really into him, and I think it's almost like the whole what is it, Nurse Nightingale,
Florence Nightingale syndrome.
It's like he saved her. He's done stuff for her, and I feel like that's really the only reason she likes him.
Well, I'm shocked because that was kind of insightful and wise.
That's it.
And
I just feel like I want that relationship to
I
end.
did not expect that.
You're welcome. You're welcome, fans. Hopefully I gave you something to think about.
Well, I'll do my last one.
Fine.
I have been waiting to, we started the first episode with the fact that Jughead and Archie who are best friends in the comics.
Yeah.
And they were kind of distant. And so that was, and everyone was kind of a little upset by that who knew the comics well. But little bit they've made one step forward, 2 steps back, and
like
and now with song. Betty exactly opposite the track.
MC Scat Cat.
MC Scat Cat. Wow, I miss animated figures.
I do too.
Who were in videos.
Me too.
But anyway, so. I kind of, with the whole Betty thing, who knows what's going to happen. But, what if I would love for something to happen where they could actually repair their relationship, where they could be like they were, and maybe...
They kind of glossed over it.
They kind of have. And I want to see, let's say BD, VD, Skeet Ulrich goes, just a plot point, where he's on a bender and Archie and Jughead's going to go find his dad. And, and they say... they go off together like it's on the road. Jack Kerouac and Neil Cassidy. They're in the car and they're trying to find him, and they're sleeping under the stars, and occasionally it's getting hot, and so one of them has to take off their shirt, and and occasionally one starts rubbing the other's belly and takes his pants off, and then
fiddling with the treasure trail.
And then they start making out like the Titanic's going down.
We see Jughead's hand just go up and just
I wrote slash fiction too. I'm sorry.
I think that's the best plot point ever.
See, even I did it.
You know
so
what?
The moral of the story is...
Take a note, Mark Burnett.
Honestly. So anyway,
Mark Burnett.
The moral of the story is anything can turn into slash fiction.
You can't call me out on this again. Because you're a dirty. You just want
Mine is a lot more romantic.
You just wanted gay sex about Jughead and Archie.
My
That's
slash
all
fiction
you care
is a
about
lot more romantic.
Archie's abs.
Where they're kind of holding each other.
No, because Archie is the jock from your high school, and you were Jughead because you were the broody one writing fiction and reading shit, and you just. I showed him.
You know what?
I showed him
this is an idea.
An Instagram picture earlier of Jughead and Archie, where
they have
Jughead
a real life friendship. That's what all kind of started it.
And he was silent for 3 minutes.
And they're at Joshua Tree. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like a lich, and now I feel dirty because I wrote slash fiction too.
You know what? I'm just going to bring a bucket of lube for the next
one. The moral
of the
story is
you're terrible.
The moral of the story is slash fiction. We could write slash fiction all day. HarperCollins, call us.
HarperCollins, call us.
So
that's the refill.
That's our tea refill for this week, which is about 4 times longer than I wanted it to be.
We said it was going to be 5 minutes.
But anyway,
we will
see you next Thursday and Friday
we're going to be
our next refill.
We're going to refill. I don't know who knows what we're going to be talking about next
week. We'll talk
about
it about 20 minutes before like we just did.
We did. And be sure to listen to if you haven't caught up on Riverdale, now's the time. Watch the episode.
We're in reruns.
Listen to our episode. Leave a review. We haven't gotten one review of our podcast. I thought we would.
Oh,
not any.
I'm sad. Now, can you see it?
I guess people don't enjoy our effort. That's all right. We'll just live with the loneliness. But no, do leave us a review on the podcast. Share this with your friends and family. And if you don't like it, leave a review too. We don't care. It's better than nothing.
I hate those two queens.
Yeah,
that's something.
Neglect is the worst.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
Bye.